Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sterling, and in this Spooky Saturday series video, I'm going to be sharing how to create this bat tapestry crochet square. In the last Spooky Saturday series, I showed you how to create this jack-o'-lantern square. If you are totally new to tapestry crochet, you should go ahead and check out that video and then come back and join me in this one. So if you want to check out the crochet pattern for this square, you can go to my blog, which is linked in the description box below. And while you're over there, subscribe to my newsletter if you want more crochet inspiration sent directly to your inbox. And also in the next Spooky Saturday series, I'm going to be using this square as well as the jack-o'-lantern square and creating a cardigan out of it. So definitely make sure that you subscribe and click the bell so that you can be notified of when I share that video. All right, let's get started. All right, so to get started, I'm going to use Big Twist Value yarn, medium 4 weight, in the color soft purple. And I'm also using a 4mm hook. So to begin, I'm going to work a slip knot. And chain 21. All right, so I have 21 chains. And the reason why I'm chaining 21 here is because the grid is 20 by 20 squares. And we're going to be working this tapestry crochet square with single crochets. So that last chain is a turning chain. So in the second chain from the hook, I'm going to work 1 single crochet. Then back across the row, in each chain, I'm going to work 1 single crochet. So I'm going to have 20 single crochet in total for this first row. And now row 1 is complete. So now for row 2, I'm going to set it up for color changing. So for the dark purple in the square, I'm using Big Twist Value yarn in the color grape. And in order to bring this new purple yarn into my work, I am going to first chain 1 with the light purple, turn my work, and now this second row, we are going to be working that grid from left to right. So this is going to be the back side of the piece. So I'm going to carry this dark purple yarn along the back side of the piece, which is now facing us. So I'm going to carry it on this side facing me, and I'm going to bring that tail facing down and the long working end of the yarn along the back side of the stitches as I work. So I'm going to hold my yarn like this with that tail down and that working end along the stitches. So I'm going to take my hook and insert it underneath that dark purple yarn and into that first stitch here. Then yarn over with the light purple and pull through. And we have 2 loops on our hook. Then yarn over with the light purple and pull through both loops. Now move on to the next stitch. Insert our hook underneath that dark purple yarn and into that next stitch. Yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through both loops, working that second single crochet. And as you can see, that dark purple yarn is just being carried along the back side of the stitches. So I'm going to continue doing that until I get to that 19th stitch in this row. And when I get to the 18th stitch, I'm going to set it up for a color change. So continue across the row, working 1 single crochet in each stitch. And now I am at that 18th stitch. So I'm going to start off this next stitch with that light purple yarn. And so at this point, I'm going to pull that dark purple yarn so there's no slack in between the stitches. So I'm just going to pull it slightly, not too tight though. All right, and then I'm going to insert my hook into that next stitch. Yarn over with that light purple yarn and pull through. And then finish out that single crochet with this dark purple yarn. So take that light purple yarn and drop it to the back of the piece. Pick up that dark purple yarn and finish out the single crochet with the dark purple yarn by yarning over and pulling it through both loops. And now I'm ready to work that next single crochet with this dark purple yarn. So I'm going to insert my hook into that next stitch, yarn over with dark purple and pull through. And then now I'm going to create that last stitch with the light purple yarn. So I'm going to switch back to the light purple by bringing that dark purple yarn to the back of the piece, picking up that light purple yarn, and then yarning over with the light purple and pulling through both loops, finishing out that single crochet. And I'm going to finish out this last stitch in this row with light purple, but then as you can see in row 3, we're going to start off that row with dark purple. So I'm going to do a color change to finish out this single crochet. So to do this, I'm going to insert my hook into that last stitch, bringing that dark purple to the back of the piece, yarn over with the light purple and pull through. Now I have 2 loops on my hook. Now bring that light color purple yarn to the back of the piece and pick up the dark purple yarn. And now I'm going to finish out that stitch with this dark purple yarn. So I'm going to yarn over and pull through both loops, finishing out that stitch. So for row 3, I'm going to chain 1 with that dark purple yarn and turn my work. And as you can see, we've got row 2 and are ready to work row 3. So now, because we're working from right to left for row 3, this piece is now facing right side up. So now we're going to carry this light purple yarn now to the back of the piece as we work those first 3 stitches. So insert our hook into that first stitch, and underneath that light purple yarn, yarn over with the dark purple and pull through. I've got 2 loops. Then yarn over and pull through both loops, working that first single crochet. Now in the next stitch, work another single crochet. And in this third stitch, we're going to set it up for a color change. So we're going to insert our hook into that next stitch, yarn over with dark purple and pull through. Drop the dark purple yarn to the back of the piece and pick up that light purple yarn. Make sure your yarn strands don't get twisted here. And in order to do that, I just twist that dark purple yarn over the light purple like this. That way it doesn't get tangled. So I'm going to yarn over with the light purple and pull through both loops to finish out that stitch. And now I'm going to work those next 13 stitches with that light purple yarn. So go ahead and do that until we get to the 16th stitch, where we'll do another color change. All right, so now I'm at the 16th stitch. So I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over with the light purple yarn and pull through, and I have 2 loops on my hook. Then I'm going to drop that light purple yarn to the back of the piece and pick up the dark purple yarn. Then yarn over with dark purple and pull through both loops, finishing out that single crochet. And in this next stitch here, work a single crochet starting off with that dark purple. Drop the dark purple to the back of the piece and pick up the light purple. Finish out that single crochet with light purple. Then for the rest of the row, work those last 3 stitches with light purple. Working 1, 2, 3 single crochet stitches. And this is row 3. For row 4, chain 1 with that light purple yarn, turn our work. Now we're working from left to right, so we're going to carry that dark purple yarn to the back of the piece, which is now facing us. And we're going to work the first 18 stitches with that light purple yarn. So work 1 single crochet in each stitch until you get to the 18th stitch. All right, so now I'm at the 18th stitch. So I'm going to start off that stitch with light purple by inserting my hook, yarn over with light purple and pull through, Now I have 2 loops. Then drop that light purple to the back of the piece, facing me, pick up that dark purple, and yarn over with dark purple and pull through both loops, finishing out that stitch. Now begin this next stitch with dark purple by inserting our hook, yarn over, pull through, bring that dark purple yarn to the back of the piece, and pick up that light purple yarn. Then yarn over with light purple and pull through both loops. And in that last stitch, work 1 single crochet with the light purple yarn by inserting my hook, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through both loops. Now that 4th row is complete. So now for row 5, all of the stitches are going to be worked with light purple yarn. But if you're looking at the grid and you see row 6, we start to incorporate black yarn into it. So because of that, I'm actually going to trim off this dark purple yarn, and I'm going to bring in the black yarn, and I'm going to carry it along the back of the piece. So that way we're only carrying 2 colors at a time. And this will help keep the square a bit more of a consistent texture throughout it. So I'm going to bring that black yarn to the back of the piece, and I'm going to chain 1 with the light purple yarn and turn my work, then bring that black yarn to the back of the piece with the tail facing down and carrying the working end of the yarn alongside all of the stitches. And now I'm just going to work 1 single crochet in each stitch across and just carry that black yarn along this whole row. And here is row 5. For row 6, I'm going to chain 1 with that light purple yarn, turn my work, and now carry this black yarn along the back side of the piece, which is now facing me. And I'm going to work those first 9 stitches with this light purple yarn. So I'm going to insert my hook into that first stitch and work that first single crochet and continue working single crochets in each stitch until I get to the 9th stitch where I'll do a color change. All right, so now I'm at the 9th stitch. So I'm going to insert my hook into this next stitch, yarn over, pull through with that light purple yarn, then bring this light purple yarn to the back of the piece and pick up the black yarn. Yarn over with the black yarn and pull through both loops, finishing out that stitch. Now work the next stitch with black yarn. And in the next stitch, start it off with black yarn and finish out that single crochet with purple by yarning over and pulling through both loops with that purple yarn. Now, for the rest of the stitches in this row, we're going to continue with that light purple yarn and just carry that black yarn across the back of the piece. For row 7, chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to repeat the same steps that we did in the last row for this row. So continue and work the first 9 stitches with light purple, then the next 2 stitches with black, and the last 9 stitches with light purple. And then join back up with me for row 8. So for row 8, we're going to incorporate a 3rd color just for 1 stitch, but for most of the row, we're just working with 2 colors. So for this 8th row, chain 1 with that light purple yarn, turn our work, and because we're working from left to right this time, so that back side of the piece is facing me, and I'm going to carry that black yarn on the side facing me. So we're going to work those first 5 stitches with the light purple yarn. So insert our hook into that first stitch, work our single crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then start off this 5th stitch with light purples by inserting our hook, yarn over, pull through. We have 2 loops. Bring that light purple yarn to the back of the piece and pick up the black yarn. Then yarn over with black and pull through both loops, finishing out that stitch. Now work this next stitch with black by inserting our hook, yarn over, pull through. We have 2 loops, and switch back to light purple by bringing that black yarn to the back of the piece and picking up the purple yarn. Then yarn over and pull through with purple. Work the next 3 stitches with light purple. 1, 2, then begin that 3rd stitch with purple and finish it off with black. Now work the next 2 stitches with black. And on that 2nd stitch, switch back to purple. Now work those next 3 stitches with light purple. And on that 3rd stitch, switch back to black. Now work the next stitch with black and switch back to purple. Now we're going to work the next 3 stitches with the light purple, but then we're going to switch for a moment to dark purple. So we're going to start off by working that next stitch with purple. That's 1, 2. Now for this 3rd stitch, we're going to start it off with the light purple, so yarn over, pull through, and we have 2 loops, and then we're going to bring this dark purple back into our piece just for 1 stitch by yarning over with that dark purple and pull through both loops. And I'm going to bring the tail towards the back of the piece like this, facing down. And I'm going to carry this black yarn as well as the light purple yarn when I work this next stitch. So I'm going to insert my hook into that next stitch, yarn over with dark purple. Now I have 2 loops on my hook, and I'm going to bring that dark purple to the back of my work, pick up the light purple yarn, then yarn over with the light purple and pull through both loops, finishing out that stitch. And I'm going to pull any slack I might have here just to make sure it's nice and neat. Then I'm going to insert my hook into that next stitch, yarn over and pull through. Now I have 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through both loops. And now I'm going to trim off that purple yarn, leaving a bit of a tail so that there's enough to weave in. And then I'm going to chain 1 with that light purple and turn my work. And now I have row 8 complete. So go ahead and work rows 9 through 19. You can go and check out the exact pattern on my blog, which is linked in the description box below, and join back up with me when you get to the end of row 19. And then we'll work row 20 together and tie off and weave in all of our ends together. So now I'm at the last row, row 20. And so that last row is just going to be worked with the light purple yarn. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that dark purple yarn, chain 1, turn my work, and then work 1 single crochet into each stitch across. And now I just need to trim that end and then tie off and weave in all the ends. And I'm just going to turn the piece over to the back and weave all the ends into the back of the piece. And once the bat square is complete, this is how it looks. I really love how it turned out, and I'm really excited to make the cardigan in the next Spooky Saturday series with this square, as well as with this pumpkin design that I used for the other square in this Spooky Saturday series. And you all voted about a week ago on what color scheme you'd like to see for this cardigan. And you wanted to see it in purple and neon greens. So I'm going to be remaking this pumpkin in that color scheme as well. So definitely make sure to give this video a like and subscribe and join me back next Saturday in the Spooky series. And also make sure to check out the blog, which is linked in the description box below, for the bat crochet pattern as well as for the jack-o'-lantern pattern. All right, well, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me in the next one.